So this video is on equations and inequalities, and it's basically converting word form to algebraic number form. So make sure that you put the title on the top of your paper and you understand what we're taking notes on. I'm going to do a few samples. I'm on page 26 in your textbook. It's lesson 1.4, and I'm going to walk through a few of the examples and then give you a couple from the textbook. So basically, you need to make sure that you copy this chart down. This is on page 26 of your book, okay? And you want to make sure that you can remind yourself what these symbols mean. Okay, so we have an equal sign, and it means the same thing, the same as or equal to, and that's going to be important when converting those words. This is our less than sign. Remember, the alligator's mouth is closed, it's less than. This is less than or equal to, greater than, and greater than or equal to. Now, these symbols here are all your inequalities. They just mean that it's not necessarily equal to. It's less than or greater than as well. And your equation would have just an equal sign. But anything that we call an inequality is basically an equation with one of these symbols. Okay? And so we're talking about sometimes more than one answer for a problem. So let's look at a couple of our problems. So we want to, let me find my paper here, there it is. So we want to make sure that we can find a solution to an equation or an inequality. So if I want to know, is 3 a solution to the equation or inequality? Okay, that's the question that I'm asking. That's the directions or what I'm trying to answer. Okay, and our first equation, I'm going to call it sample A or example A, is 8 minus 2x equals 2. Now I want to know, is 3 a solution to the equation? So 3 being a solution means that if I plugged 3 in for this x, then the problem would work. So let's test it. 8 minus 2 times 3 equals 2. So 8 minus 2 times 3 is really 8 minus 6. And 8 minus 6 is 2, which equals 2. So does 2 equal 2? Yes, it does. So it's checked. So this problem here, yes, 3 is a solution. Okay? But notice how I had to prove it. I couldn't do it in my head. I had to prove it. So now let's try a second example. So this problem, we'll call it example B. The problem is 4x minus 5 equals 6. And we're still looking at whether 3 is a solution to this problem. Okay, so let's take a look. If I plug 3 in for my x, remember, to be a solution, it means that the equation works if I put the number in. So 4 times 3 minus 5 equals 6. And 4 times 3 is 12 minus 5 equals 6. And 12 minus 5 is actually 7 equals 6. So does 7 equal 6? No, it doesn't. Therefore, this is not, or no, 3 is not a solution to this equation. So the answer for B would be no. Okay? Now we can do the same thing with our inequalities. So these were all equations. They had equal signs. But we can test inequalities the same way. So with example C, we have 2z plus 5 is greater than 12. And again, remember, I'm testing the number 3. Is 3 a solution to this inequality? Well, let's plug it in and find out. 2 times 3 plus 5 greater than 12. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5. And I'm just copying the rest of my problem down because that's how I do algebra. What I want to see is if this side works with this side. 6 plus 5 is 11. So is 11 greater than 12? No, it's not. So 3 is not a solution to this inequality. The answer is no. Okay, now let's take a look at the next sample, D. D is another inequality. It's 5 plus 3n is less than or greater than 20. Okay, and again, I'm checking the number 3. Is 3 a solution to this inequality? So I want to plug it in. And now I want to do the math. I want to say I have 5 plus 9. Gotta get a new pencil. 5 plus 9 is less than or equal to 20. Well, 5 plus 9 is 14. And then I have my less than or equal to 20. Is 14 less than or equal to 20? It is. It does work. Therefore, 3 is a solution to this inequality. Is it the only solution? No. There are many other numbers that will work that when multiplied by 3 and added 5 to will be less than 20. But 3 is one solution to this inequality. Okay. And I want to show you a couple of the problems that they give you for homework, or that you're going to see in class tomorrow. So one such problem would look something like 4z minus 5 divided by 3. Okay, and we want to know, it's less than 1. And it's got this little semicolon with a 2 after it. So what they're saying is 2 a solution to this problem? If 2 is z, is 4z minus 5 divided by 3 less than 1 if z is 2? Well, let's find out. Let's do the math. Now, I'm running out of paper, which is a bad thing, but I'll try to add a sheet on down here. Okay, so here we go. 4z, I'm plugging in 2 for z, minus 5 divided by 3 is less than 1. So I solved the math. I have to do my parentheses first. So basically, to get rid of the parentheses, I have to multiply. So 4 times 2 is 8. Minus 5 divided by 3 is less than 1. So remember that our grouping symbols also mean our fraction bar. So we have to take care of what's on the top before we divide by 3. So 8 minus 5 is really 3 divided by 3. Okay? And that's less than 1. Well, 3 divided by 3 is really 1. Is 1 less than 1? No, 1 is not less than 1. 1 is really equal to. So this is not a solution. So the answer is no. This, too, is not a solution to this because you ended up with 1 less than 1, and therefore it doesn't work. In order for the number to be a solution, it would have to be a true statement, and this is not a true statement. Okay? I'm going to leave one more for you to try on your own and bring it with you to class. The last problem is going to be x minus 5 divided by 3 is greater than or equal to 2.8. And we're checking to see if 11 is a solution, okay? So, I would like you to make sure you solve this one and show all your steps tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow.